Hello students, now we will start a new chapter that is called probability. Probability. Now the question arises, what is probability? What do you mean by probability? You know, possibility, the chance of occurrence, possibility. Suppose we sometimes say that there is a possibility of rain or it may rain today, like this. In this cricket match, India, there is a possibility or there is a chance of winning for India team. Like this, we are telling like this. So these are the possibilities. Suppose you will toss a coin. You will toss a coin. A coin has two sides. One is head and the other is tail. So there is a possibility, there is a chance of occurrence of head or a chance of occurrence of tail. Like this, if you throw a die, there are 8 number of chances. Suppose 1 may occur, 2 may occur, like this. So in general, we always use the word possibility or chance. There is a possibility of winning, there is a chance of winning, like this. So now when we say the same thing, the possibility in a mathematical way, we should measure it, because from the very beginning I have told you that mathematics is the science of perfectness. Somebody says that it may rain today. It has no meaning at all. It may rain today. If there is no rain, there may be no rain, or it may be rain, like this. So it will be more exact. It will be more exact if we will measure the possibility. If we will measure the possibility. Sometimes also we say that the winning of India team is 80%. It is a probability. It is not possibility. It is the probability that the winning of India team is 80%. That means out of 100, it has a chance, 80% chance of occurrence. Right? So this is probability. That is why probability is called the measure of possibility. The measure of possibility. The measure of possibility. Right? The measure of possibility. We have to measure. There is a 90% chance of rain today. This is probability. There is a chance of rain, it is possibility. There is 90% chance, this is the probability. Right? Probability of occurrence. Possibility of occurrence. Occurrence means it will occur, it will happen. Right? It will rain. Right? That is possibility. Occurrence and or non-occurrence. When we measure it, there is a 90% chance of rain today. Right? That is probability. So let us start this chapter. It is a very interesting chapter. Please listen mindfully. You will be very clear and it will be interesting for you. Yes, before going to probability, let us discuss some terms. Some terms. We will define some terms. We will be acquainted with some terms so that the study of probability, the study of measurement of possibility will be clear. Yes, probability is the study of the measurement of the possibility, right? Yes. The first thing, yes, one term is there which is called a random experiment or statistical. Random or statistical experiment. What is random or statistical experiment? What do you mean by this? You see, experiment. You are all science students. You know what is an experiment. Scientific. There is scientific experiment. What is the difference between these two? A scientific experiment and a random experiment or statistical experiment. In scientific experiment, the outcome is not known to us. Outcome means the result. The result of the experiment is not known to us. And after the experiment that happens, that is the result. The number of ways it will happen. Right? The exact, it is what will happen, it is not known to us, or what are the possible results that may not be known to us. May not be. But in statistical experiment, the outcomes, all possible outcomes are known to us, but the exact outcome is not known to us. All possible outcomes. Yes? How? Suppose you are tossing a coin. You are tossing a coin. A coin has two sides. One is head and the other is tail. So if you will toss a coin in an ideal condition, then unbiased coin, ideal coin. What is an ideal coin? Which is not biased. A perfect coin which is not biased. You see, in Sholay picture, Amitabh Bachchan was using the biased coin. Because both sides of that coin was head. So the number of times he tosses, head occurs, so he wins. Right? So that is a biased coin. An unbiased coin, an ideal coin is that which gives us unbiased result. Right? That is, we may say that it is a coin made up of uniform material, right? Somewhere, and whose center of gravity is at the center of the coin, so that one part may not be heavier than the other. Yes, and the both sides are well marked as head and a tail. That is an ideal coin. You see, if you toss, this is a statistical experiment. While you are tossing a coin, head or tail will occur. We are confirmed. Either head will occur or tail will occur. Nothing more or nothing less. Either head will come or tail. So all possible, what are the possible outcomes are unknown to us. But the exact outcome, that is head will occur or tail will occur, it is not known to us. That is why in any game or anything else, while we are studying between two teams, we take a toss. We perform a coin toss a coin, right? Where one will win and one will lose, right? It has two faces, head and tail. Anyway, we will discuss it in detail. Let us define what is a random experiment or statistical experiment, right? A random or a statistical experiment is an experiment shows that number one, all possible outcomes, the all possible outcomes are known to us, are known in advance, in advance. Number two, the exact outcome of an experiment is not known. It is not known. Number three, the exact outcome of an experiment is not known. The experiment can be repeated under the identical condition. Right? Under the identical condition. Right? So this is called a statistical experiment. A random or statistical experiment is an experiment such that the all possible outcomes are known to us, such that all possible outcomes are known to us, in which all possible outcomes are known to us. Yes, suppose we are discussing about tossing of a coin. While we are tossing a coin, it has two faces, head or tail. So either head will fall or tail will fall. So what are the possible outcomes? Head or tail. These are known to us in advance. In advance. Yes, before the experiment, it is known to us what will be the possible outcomes, what will be the possible results, right? But the exact outcome of an experiment is not known in advance. In advance. In advance, we cannot say what will happen. Head will occur or tail will occur. Yes, it is not known to us. Which will occur, either head or tail, it is known to us. But exactly head will occur or tail will occur, it is not known to us. And our third one is that the experiment can be repeated. The same experiment can be repeated under the identical condition. In the same condition, the experiment can be repeated frequently. We can repeat the same thing. We can toss a coin, then yes, another coin. Okay, anywhere we will toss a coin. It can be repeated. Yes. So, if an experiment satisfies these three conditions, that is called a random or statistical experiment. Right? Let us discuss some of the experiments. Suppose this is one experiment, tossing of a coin. If you will throw a die, that is also an experiment. It has 6 faces. A die has 6 faces, and each face represents a number. So each face will represent a number. it has 6 faces, so it represents 6 numbers generally from 1 to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you will throw a die, what are the possible outcomes? 1 may occur, 2 may occur, 3 may occur, 4 may occur, 5 or 6. So there are 6 possible outcomes of this experiment, right? Yes. So next we will go to outcome. Yes, valuable. Outcome. What is an outcome? Just write outcome. Is the exact result of an experiment. Experiment means it is statistical experiment. We are discussing only statistical experiment, not scientific experiment. The exact result of an experiment is called the result of an experiment. The result of an experiment is called an outcome. Right. Then we will go to sample space. Sample space. What is a sample space? Right. The set of all possible outcomes of an experiment is called the sample space of the experiment. Generally, we represent the sample space by the symbol S, capital S, right? Yes. The set of all possible outcomes of an experiment. The set of all possible outcomes of an experiment are called sample space. Right? All possible outcomes of the experiment is called sample space. We name it or we represent it by the symbol S, represented by the symbol S, right? Okay, now let us discuss some sample space. Let us write some sample space. Okay, yes. While we are tossing a coin, suppose I will toss a coin. Example 1. If we toss a coin, the sample space S is equal to head, tail. Because these are the possible outcomes. Except these two, no other outcome is there. Either head will fall or tail will fall. So this is the sample space while we are tossing a coin. Right? Let us take another experiment. if we toss two coins, right, we'll toss two coins simultaneously, right, we'll toss two coins simultaneously, then sample space, then S will be what? Yes, you see we have two coins, there are two sides in one coin, so in two coins how many possible outcomes are there? You see, in both the coins head may occur, head, right? In the first coin it is head, second coin, both the coins are head, or first has head, second has tail, or first has tail, second has head, right? Or both have tail. These are the possible outcomes. You see, in your 11th class, you have read, perhaps you have read the fundamental principle of counting. The fundamental principle of counting. If one event occurs in n different ways and another event occurs in n different ways, then the two events will occur simultaneously in m into n different ways. So here you see, while we are tossing one coin, it will occur, it will happen in how many different ways? In two different ways. Either head will fall or tail will fall. So while we are tossing two coins simultaneously, you see both the events will occur simultaneously. In how many different ways? 2 into 2, using fundamental principle of counting. 2 into 2, that is 4 different ways. Yes, these are the 4 different ways. That means both the coins may have head, or one first coin head occurs, in the second coin tail will occur, or in the first coin it is tail, in the second coin it is head, or both the coins have tails. If you take a coin and toss it in several times, you will get either head will fall or tail will fall, like this. If you toss similarly two coins, then these are the cases that may happen in, but that may result as an outcome of your experiment. You take practically two coins and toss. You will get these possibilities. These are the possibilities. Both have head, one have head and other is tail, or this is tail, that is head, or both are tail, right? So this is the sample space. Similarly, if we toss a coin and throw a die, right? So what are the possible outcomes? Yes, a coin has two faces, but a die has 6 faces. Yes, so what are the possible outcomes? Suppose your coin has head occurs in the coin, so it is head 1 or head 2 or head 3 or head 4, head 5, head 6. That means in the coin head occurs, in the dice it may occur 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. Again, it may occur tail 1, tail 2, tail 3, tail 4, tail 5, tail 6. Yes, this is the sample space. This is the sample space for this experiment. Similarly, if we draw a card from a deck of 52 playing cards. What will be the sample space? Yes, it has 52 number of elements. 52 number of elements. Because you see, there are 4 types of cards in playing cards. Have you seen the set of playing cards? It has 52 number of cards. And it is divided into 4 categories. That is, say, heart, spade, diamond and club, right? And each category is again divided into 13 parts, numbered as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 13. So here the cardinality is not possible to write that. So here cardinality of the sample space will be 52. Here cardinality of the sample space, you see, cardinality of the sample space is, yes, 12. Here it is, cardinality of the sample space is 4. Here cardinality of the sample space is 2. Yes, this is very important to know the cardinality, right? We are interested in cardinality. Okay, so these are the sample spaces. So let us discuss about event. There is another term, event. What is an event? Yes. Event. Any subset of the sample space of an experiment is called an event. Is called an event. Yes. Any subset of the sample space. You know what is a set? What is a subset? You see, whatever subset you may take, that is an event. Okay. So let us write some events. So simple event. Simple event. Simple event, or which is called elementary event. Elementary event. Acha. Yes. I write down something before that. Each element of the sample space, is called an event. Called a sample point. It's called an outcome or a sample point. Called an outcome or a sample point. Right? Sample point. Outcome. We were discussing about outcome. Yes, all possible outcomes are called, the set of all possible outcomes of an experiment is called sample space. Yes, each element of that sample space is called an sample outcome or a sample point. Suppose you have the sample space HH, HT, TH, tt. So here each of them is a sample point or an outcome. Each element of that SHH is an outcome or a sample point, right? Similarly, this is a sample point, this is also a sample point, this is also a sample point or an outcome, right? Then we'll go to event. What is an event? An event is a subset of the sample space. Yes, simple event. Elementary events are called simple events. Suppose in that experiment, suppose S is this HH, HT, TH, TT, right? This is suppose, this is the in the sample space, for the sample space. For the sample space, this SA, that is HH, it is called B, HT, C, TH, D, TT, right? These are all